Portugal! Wow!
Wow! Oh, how cool! Okay, it's definitely not a bad place to start from. Okay, lovely people. So we're coming up to the second hard loop, if you can see it on the screen. It's the red bit. So, turn off onto that and see what that brings us.
And I'm thinking the fact that we've labelled the map the Valley of Doom gives you a bit of an indication about what's to come.
Well, I think we're approaching the tricky bit because we're getting very close to the river, so
yeah.
it's definitely before then. See the bridge?
Oh yeah. So these bridges we think are Roman bridges. We're not 100% sure, but I think that's what the ACT says.
It's absolutely the colour.
The colour
of
is
this time of year.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't seem real. If that makes sense. It seems too vivid, like somebody's turned the contrast up too much. Hello down there.
Hello up there. So far, I think we can get out.
Yeah, yes.
We were just very consciously checking that we didn't go down anything, that we couldn't come back up just in case we needed to retrace our steps if it proved a little too tricky. Then we came round the corner into what looked like quite a steep drop, so we jumped off the bikes and started to walk it just to see what was around there.
There's a frog, yay! Okay, then round this corner, so this is all looking fine.
So it was a pretty steep drop down from where we parked the bikes, but we were pretty happy we could get back up there if we needed to, so we carried on looking. I think Steff just likes saying rock steps.
Rock steps, rock steps, rock steps. Rock steps, rock steps. Rock steps.
So actually, you know what? The trick to this... Okay.
Stay over here, isn't it?
The trick to this is to come down the right hand side, if necessary, run it into there. So rather than... You don't want to go down that bit.
With masterful understatement, the end of the rock steps turn into a 90-degree turn, but with a cliff face. So, yeah, you don't want to go straight on. When Steff got to the top of the rock steps with the 90-degree turn and the sort of the cliff edge at the bottom, she very cleverly popped the bike into gear, switched the engine off, and used clutch braking to get herself down. And then off she went, heading towards the bridge. Well, I had planned on doing a beautifully seamless descent, then turn, and then down to the bridge, but frankly, I bottled it and walked it round the turn. But hey, wasn't pretty, but it worked. So we had a bit of time just kind of relaxing at the bridge and just catching our breath and enjoying the scenery. And then we set off up the other side. Now we knew that looking at the contour lines, there were going to be some steep single tracks heading up there with some hairpins. But even so, the first one took us a little bit by surprise.
Straight into a hairpin.
Yeah.
Might give you a chance to get round it before I come up.
Yeah.
All good?
It's okay, but you do have to be aware that's going to happen. I just slipped my clutch and it was fine.
Very off.
I'd heard Steph's fall over the intercom and it sounded pretty bad. So I leapt off Wanda and legged it down the hill, dreading what I was going to see.
Oh, I mean, holy shit.
I really caught that up.
Okay. No problem.
I absolutely whiskey throttled.
So the first feeling was one of overwhelming relief that Steph was up and chatting and didn't seem to be injured. And then the next one was laughing at the fact that the bike was facing 180 degrees the wrong way. So poor old Harry Honda was yugged and tugged and pulled around to try and get him into a better position to lift up, because although it doesn't show it much, we were still very much on a pretty steep gradient, and we eventually got him upright. Unfortunately, the only thing holding him in that position, because he was on such a gradient, was the fact that he was in gear with the engine off. Steph chose that moment to check out the action of her clutch lever. With pretty predictable results. So, after we'd collected ourselves, had a consolation hug about how the day was going, it was time to get Harry back on his feet again. No problem. We were getting good at this, which might come in handy again soon. So that was a really nasty corner. I don't know if you saw it from my helmet cam, but it's very steep, very slippy and very acute. Yeah, Steph was saying she whiskey throttled around it, which spun her around and spat her off. So, no damage. Not much damage. We're just going up to my bike to get my tools. We're going to bend back the handguard that's holding in the clutch at the minute. It's pressing against the clutch, but it saved her clutch lever. And then, because of the way the bike's facing, she's probably going to go downhill back to the bridge, try and turn it and do the corner again. Anyway, just going to grab my tools and we'll go and sort out that handguard.
This is poor Simon having to fix my bike again. Because once again I fall off to the left and smash.
Steph is brilliant at falling off to the left. It's the same one.
Every single time. I don't think you've ever repaired my right hand side one.
I don't think so.
Always fall off to the left.
Steph's on her way. We've fixed the handguard. Actually took a bit more effort this time. It was knocked the bolt inside. Anyway, it's done. So Steph's going to go back to the bridge, and we've got a new plan because we've used so much energy getting the bike up. We're going to go for the easy option on this nasty little corner. I'll show you. So we're actually just going to ride straight into the grass there. So there's no turning required on the steep slippy bit. And then we'll back Steph round and she can set off again. So first step is to see if Steph reappears. There's pretty much no room to turn down there. It's all single track. So I might have to go around and help her lift the bike round. Fingers crossed though, eh? I can hear a noise. I can hear progress. Here she comes. Nice work. She's nailed it. She's nailed it. Yes. Amazing work. And now the long, lonely trog up the hill back to Wanda. Let's go.
So just up here, as I trog my way back up,
Oh, by gorgeous.
I'm only round the corner, not far. Just up here is another hairpin on loose stuff, which both Steff and I could easily ride, but we've expended so much energy
Thanks to Mark for food.
on that last corner that we're going to do our technique if we come across stuff that's a bit of a pain like this, which is basically ride it straight ahead and then switch the engine off, clutch it backwards so we're pointing round the hairpin and set off again. That's the plan. I don't know whether it'll work in practice.
The hairpins weren't in great condition. The gradient was very steep and the surface was loose, and there were some rock steps, and we noticed that there were a couple of tracks going into the grass, taking our line, so I don't think we were the first people to try and get round them using this tactic. But a combination of the gradient, the power I was using, and lofting the front wheel over the step almost threw me over the back of the bike.
Easy.
I really think we should pick one.
Oh my god.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back and give you a hand. We'll work out the best line, because I definitely didn't take the best line.
So I guess it sort of worked, but after nearly launching myself back over the back of my bike, it was Steff's turn. We used the same tactic with Steff's bike, just to turn it around and get her facing up the right way.
Not perfect, but yes, I see what you mean.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So that pesky rock step thing also got Steff. So we had to go and drag poor Harry Honda out of the hedge, and guess what? The handguard was damaged again, and it was holding the clutch lever in. So back up the hill I went for the tools.
Well, the idiot has fallen off again, and guess what? It's on the left-hand side, and guess what? I've bent in the handguard again.
Okay, bike is fixed. Steff had the really clever idea to not lift it until I'd done the handguard, because it was like in the perfect place. So, here's the problem we've got. I don't know if it comes out in cam properly. The bike's really on an angle, which is great for picking it up, but this here, this section is a really steep ledge. It's what sent me into a wheelie and what sent Steff off. And our worry is that if we pick up the bike and the back wheel slips into that section, it's going to be a swine to get up here.
Back up again.
So Steff's built a little ramp. I mean, gotta love the little ramp, right?
Don't know if it'll do any good.
And we're going to try and lift it without letting it slip down, because it's on quite a steep bit, and then walk the bike out. Success! We got the bike up and it didn't slip back down again. And it was a bit of a relief, because it was getting hot in there, and with all of the physical effort we'd been using, we were also starting to run out of water by this stage. There's Steff in the shade.
My palm is a little stingy from where I absolutely hammered my hand.
No broken bones?
No, definitely no broken bones.
Okay, now up here, so that's Steff, she's good, I'm good. Wanda and Harry, they're good. Harry's had a bit of work. But what's really funny is, how long ago, Steff, did we leave the bridge, do you think?
90 minutes easily.
Okay, so an hour and a half. I wonder if we can see the bridge. Oh, there it is.
That's Steff. We've done, so 2 turns of terror complete. It's taken an hour or two. We are properly hot, sweaty messes now. So caution is the watchword for this next bit. So we're gonna, basically we're running out of energy, so we don't want to drop the bikes again if we can help it. And we've got to get out of this valley. Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
We're nowhere near out of this valley yet.
Okay, so I'm going into the side.
Okay, I'm stopping.
Okay. Right, I'm going to go up to the, and then I'm going to come back down, okay?
Okay. Are you going to get off your bike?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll wait here.
Okay.
So I got it round the corner without dropping it, but it was brutally steep again. So I decided I'll walk back down and go and give Steff a bit of a hand.
Here she comes.
No.
I got it. Dump your clutch. That's it.
As well as being utterly knackered, the problem poor old Steff had was that she's got quite short legs, and on that gradient, trying to get her foot down was just so difficult for her. We decided I'd jump on and try and take it up this next little bit. And while there was hope initially, it soon proved a little bit more difficult than I was anticipating. It was time to call in the cavalry, because this was definitely going to be a team effort.
Okay. God bless her. My camelback is empty of water.
Walk of shame. I've still got loads.
Can I have a little sip?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Looks so innocuous. That track's beautiful. Down you come, down you come.
Yeah,
And
that's
then-
beautiful.
And then the rocky corner of doom. And I think we hit that, I think about 1:30. It's now approaching 4 o'clock.
Yeah, because you go right into that gorge.
Yeah,
That's what you can't see through the trees. Okay, babes, shall we?
let's do it.
We were getting pretty tired by this stage, but although the hairpins kept coming, they were definitely getting easier, and it really started to feel like the valley was releasing us from its clutches.
Oh my god, babes, I don't want to speak too soon, but I think we are. I feel like the end of the Valley of Doom is close.
When you took my bike around that last end when I really wanted to do it, but I was like,
Yeah.
no, don't be
Yeah.
stupid. My whole body was shaking so much.
What, from
Every
like an
little-
adrenaline release.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
so, yeah.
Yeah. And what do we have? What do we
We also have the end of the second expert loop.
have? Sweet, sweet summer.
Nailed it. Oh.
Nice work, baby. My mind is turning towards a big foaming jug of ale. We've done that loop once before and it wasn't that tough. I think those corners are getting more and more rutted out. Anyway,
Well, they certainly are after we went up them, that's for sure.
they are. Sorry about that, people. But
Don't worry, we won't be doing it again.
you've seen the video, so you can decide, but just bear in mind GoPro does flatten everything. And if we are a couple of Jessies, you're allowed to say that in the comments as well.
Yeah, I know I am.
We finally got some phone signal in a little village, so Steff is hunting for accommodation.
17. Oh, nice bike.
Oh, nice. Those are the tyres we could have done with. And the lack of luggage we could have done with.
Well, yeah, I think I just needed more skill, that was all.
We were just riding along the road at the end of the Valley of Doom, and Steff saw a wind farm right on top of a hill. He said, I'm going to put money on it, they're going to take us up there.
Probably unsurprisingly, during the Valley of Doom episode, we were sweating. But now the sun had gone in and we'd climbed in altitude, we stopped up at the wind farm just to pop on a layer.
Oh, that's much nicer. I feel so much warmer now.
Yeah.
Oh, this is what we need, more hairpins.
Great. No, I love them. Having a bit of a hairpin problem today, so this could have gone better.
Yeah, could have gone better.
Psyching myself out of bloody hairpins today.
Did you smash those, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, nice work. They're quite cool, aren't they? In their own
I
way.
genuinely like wind farm. I know that makes me probably a very crazy person, but I do genuinely like them.
You notice we're riding so much slower.
Tired.
Yeah.
Tired, emotional, and quite frankly freaked out.
Tired and emotional, yeah.
And just to keep us on our toes, it decided to rain on us. And we still had a few tracks to ride before getting to the place that Steff had found us for the evening.
Didn't see the rain coming, right?
Didn't see the rain come in, I really didn't.
Unexpected. It's not too bad, it's just bloody slippy. Again.
Good.
Oh, I don't know how it looks. I think you might have smashed it. Pretty cute. Hi. Hola.
What a day! What a day!
It really was tremendous. I know I had a couple of moments that were irritating and quite frustrating, but that's what happens, right?
Yeah, that's adventure riding,
For the most part, 95% was absolutely glorious.
Yeah, it was an epic day. So we are off for a beer and we'll see you bright and breezy to continue the ACT tomorrow morning.
Bye!
Bye!